We got going with the whole expectation if the 49ers do need to use more quarterbacks this year. The entire crossover today was the idea that Dibs, along with our predecessors, Steiny and Goo, all felt that because of the way the QB situation has gone and because Kyle Shanahan sends notes apparently to everybody's houses every month, letting them know that he's a genius, letting him know that he thinks Sam Darnold's a future Hall of Famer, letting him know that he knows more than them. All of these things that apparently you guys get from Kyle. I've missed mine, but you get these from Kyle every month. And because of all of that, if Brock Purdy gets hurt, then we're not going to let him off the hook. The expectations do not change one bit for the 49ers if Sam Darnold comes in. I don't really see it. I think QB2 automatically, no matter how experienced he is, brings a level of dropped expectations. Doesn't mean the season is over at all, but certainly an expectation drop. Let's get to the phones. T-Bone in the city. Hey, T-Bone, you're on Willard and Dibs. What are you doing?
Hey, listening to you guys. Listened to that red and gold thing yesterday.
Thanks, man.
Cool. Agree kind of with both of you. If you go off, like Dibs is saying, if you go off of what was said about Darnold coming out of college, based on his skill and everything, the one thing we don't know is how he's going to handle the pressure like Brock does. That's Brock's thing, is he can see the field. If he can do that, then no, there shouldn't be a drop-off based on all the skilled players and everything. But I also wanted to comment, well, I like listening to you because you bring facts into every argument that you do, and including the Bosa argument you just laid out. But why does everybody all of a sudden want to throw Shanahan under the bus if for some reason we have a down season for one reason or another, even though some things are beyond his control and because we traded Trey Lance? I mean, does everybody want to go back to Jim Kelly and Thomas Lula? I mean, that would be horrible because I hated watching those games.
Well, there's something you said in there, T-Bone, and thank you very, very much. There's something that you said in there that I think might be a piece of this conversation. He said if things do happen that are out of Kyle Shanahan's control, whether this is fair or not, Dibs, would you agree that the perception is that everything is under Kyle's control? And whether that's because of, as you even refer to him, the laminated play sheet.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
It is, right?
Two-sided.
Right? He's got those hats. He's got press conferences where he tells people he'll educate them.
And stuff.
And he's got control of the whole organization, whether it's the play, whether it's the personnel. If you're going to be that, as they call it, total control, then is that why some of you believe you don't get a pass if, or again, I don't even like using that phrase, you don't get lowered expectations if you lose your QB1 because you've got total control. And in fact, as we know, many people, you included, blame him for some of the injuries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's got total control to the point where he has put together a 53-man roster that are players that he wanted or John Lynch wanted, and he has QB2 that he, and I won't say that he went out of his way to get him, but on day one of free agency, they prioritized a backup quarterback, and they got the best backup quarterback in football. And if you want to rank all 96 quarterbacks in the NFL, and some teams might have 4, some teams might have 2, I don't even know, but Sam Darnold would be better than some team starters. He'd be better than some team starters. So
it might be. There's a conversation there.
I mean, Brock Purdy's probably QB 15, 16, 18, 21, whatever you think about Brock. But Sam Darnold is not that far behind him. So based on that, he was able to control that. And he controlled the fact that Trey Lance is not here anymore, which means he thinks Sam Darnold's better than Trey Lance. And he thinks that Sam Darnold gives them a better chance to come in and win if Brock Purdy goes out.
So why is that not the expectation? Because that's my expectation.
No, the expectation for me would have been the same if it was Trey Lance.
But Sam needs to be better than Trey. He doesn't need to be as good as Brock.
Sam needs to be good enough to win games.
The 49, that's fine. I didn't say that.
Right.
But the expectation changes because the Niners right now shouldn't just be good enough to win games. They should win most games, and
Right.
a lot of them going away.
With Brock or Sam or Trey, if he was still here.
No.
That's my opinion. Yes.
Yeah, but what? Like
Yes.
that's not even their opinion. Why would you have that opinion that there wouldn't be a drop from Brock to Trey?
There could be a drop, but you're still going to beat Arizona. You could play
But that
Christian
doesn't get you
McCaffrey
anywhere.
at quarterback. That's a
Right.
team on your schedule.
Yeah, but that's just that game. Does it win you the road game in Jacksonville? Does it win the game
Maybe.
in Seattle?
If Sam Darnold can't win those games, then why did you bring him in?
Because he's QB2.
But you need QB2 in the Shanahan offense
That is-
because you get QB1 hurt.
and there you go.
There you go.
No, there you go.
No, there he goes because he's been here 6 years.
You're not wrong.
In 5 of the years, he's needed QB2.
I know, but we fall into this trap. Like,
It's not a trap,
Does everything
Admiral
that happened
Akbar.
yesterday happen tomorrow?
No, but if
How did
things happen
yesterday go
again,
for you? How'd it go?
it went pretty well.
Are you going to get a free pizza at the end of the show?
Today?
Is a lovely woman going to walk up and
My
hand
God,
you
too lovely.
a free pizza at the end of the show?
I mean, what happened yesterday, and I don't want to
Are you expecting that?
I mean, is she free? And I'm asking you because it happens to
texting
be
me right now,
It
so
happens
she's-
to be your partner, your lady friend. But I mean,
It doesn't work that way.
I'm not trying to crush on another man's woman, but when your girlfriend walks up to me and goes, "Here, I got this for you," and it's a piping hot, fresh out of the oven fieldwork pizza.
I was going to say, you better say pizza. Go ahead.
I mean, I'm thinking about like cutting the line on your brakes and maybe pushing you off the curb. Whatever. I'm not going to deny that I felt bad things about you.
Wow.
I was rooting against you in that moment.
Well, you always are.
Those are facts.
Nothing changes.
They bring in Sam Darnold because they think that he is a good quarterback.
Thank
And
you. But wait a minute. Why can't it just end there?
No, because
Why?
they're a good team.
So what? So are the Chiefs, and you don't even know who their backup is. And you would not, under any circumstances, say that your expectations for the season won't change if Mahomes gets hurt.
It's a totally different construct. This team is not built for the quarterback to be Patrick Mahomes.
That's fair.
And how dare you try to make that comparison?
No, easily I'll make the comparison because it is the same with regard to the one aspect of the team I'm talking about. Now, the construct of the team is not we've got a superstar at quarterback who runs the show, but the construct is the same. Hey, and let's get the best guy we can to be the other guy if our guy gets hurt. That's totally the same for all the teams.
It's different when you're on this team and you have a head coach who's been through it now 5 of 6 years where their QB1 gets hurt. And you can blame him or not blame him. That's not what this is about. The bottom line is Kyle Shanahan has needed a backup quarterback more than almost any other team in football. And therefore, he prioritizes it more than Andy Reid and more than Shawnee McDermott.
And they have. And I would argue that Sam Darnold is a higher level player than the backups for those teams.
You called him the best backup in football.
He is certainly in the conversation. He's certainly in the conversation. However, what's that got to do with you saying, hey, Shanny, we're coming for you if the team shows any ounce of drop in a drip?
Now you're putting words in my mouth.
I
didn't say I'm coming for you.
So let's use your words.
Because his job is still secure. If Sam takes over and they lose 4 or 5 to end the year, I'm not calling for Kyle's head.
Well, you said that he doesn't get a pass.
Well, I mean,
So
what does that mean?
Yeah, what does that
mean?
What does it mean?
It means
what does it mean?
We file that under Shanahan blew it with the quarterback position again. If Brock Purdy's not good enough, and you parted with Trey Lance, and Sam Darnold is your hand-picked guy,
wait a minute,
and Sam Darnold's not good enough,
you just threw
that's
something
on
else.
Kyle Shanahan.
You just threw something else in there. I'm not going to let you do that.
No, do it.
You threw if Brock Purdy's not good enough.
Yeah.
That's not part of this conversation.
It absolutely is.
Because I agree with you if that happens. If Brock Purdy's not good, that's different.
If Brock gets hurt,
if you're benching him by choice, we're in a completely different area code.
No, it's all to me the same zip code.
If he gets hurt, then why
what
would
if Kyle gets him hurt? Like he got Trey hurt. Exactly.
Let's go to the
Stand
phones.
down before you go to the phones.
Good Lord.
It's a bottom line results league. And if Brock is not good enough or he gets hurt, and Sam comes in and he's not good enough or he gets hurt, it all falls on Kyle Shanahan. You didn't get it done, Kyle. It's all about results. It's a quest for 6. Get it done.
With the second round pick in the 95 set in the game fantasy draft,
Cooper Rush.
Mark Willard selects.
Thank you, Grandy. I need it.
Blaine Gabbert.
Gabby?
Quarterback. Kansas City Chiefs. See if we can get a request into the Chiefs. Let's get Andy Reid on the phone and let him know that if Yo Gabba Gabba starts any games this year,
Gabby.
he ain't getting a pass. No pass.
Well, he's a made man. So, again, your your analogy falls woefully short.
Let me find an unmade man.
Go to Sean McDermott.
Nope, that's not where I'm going. I already did that one.
Go to Mike Vrabel.
All right.
Who's Tennessee's backup?
With the third pick.
Thank you. Play the sound.
In the 95 set in the game fantasy draft.
I'm stuck with this guy.
Mark Willard selects.
Oh, boy, I love your team.
Jake Browning.
Yeah.
Quarterback. Cincinnati Bengals. Grandy, let's go ahead and get, most of you don't even know the name of the damn coach of the guy because he's not a made man. Get Zach Taylor on the phone and let him know that if Jake Browning starts games this year,
all right, first of all,
the Bengals dip, we're coming for him, and he's not getting a pass because Jake Browning is his guy now.
All right.
That's his
guy. I'm going to stop you because Jake
rookie.
Browning is
Washington. UW.
You keep Jake Browning's name out. I watched him
Pac-12
at
Network.
Folsom High School. Keep Jake's name out your mouth.
No pass, Zach.
I covered him in high school.
No pass.
And Zach did not go out of his way to get Jake Browning on the first day of free agency.
No, he went further. He drafted him.
Exactly.
He used draft capital on the guy.
Exactly.
He wasted a pick on him.
No, he didn't waste a pick. Kyle wasted a pick on Trey Lance because he gave up on
incorrect.
Trey Lance.
The Niners wasted 5 picks on Trey Lance.
4 technically, but Zach Taylor, it was a draft and develop, and that's what real ones do.
Oh, that's
you draft a guy
keep it real?
And you develop him.
All right.
Jake Browning out of Folsom High, how dare you?
I tell you what, I'm not giving Zach Taylor a pass. I just won't. I refuse.
And what does that mean, Mark?
Oh, I'm coming. I'm coming down his road, and I'm going to keep it real.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to the Bengals summit, and I'm going to not clap. How about that?
How about that?
Huh? JJ in San Jose. Hi,
Please.
JJ. What are you doing? What's up, JJ?
Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks for taking my call. I'm just listening to my 2 brothers on the radio just going at it.
Yeah, man.
Honestly, very entertaining. I love you guys.
Thank you, JJ.
But you know what? I gotta roll with my OG Dibs on this one right here. Because I'll tell you this. Shanahan himself established that it's a results-based business.
Sure.
Because of what Purdy did last year, he gave him he's the guy. He proved on tape or whatever the results of last year indicated how the offseason was going to go and that Purdy was the number 1. And instead of just rolling with that and having Trey be the number 2, he went and got Sam Darnold with art, like you mentioned, with the intention that Trey's gone. So he's making these choices. So based on the trauma of losing all the starting quarterbacks throughout his tenure, he has a good feeling that he's probably going to need Sam Darnold there to win him a couple of games.
Okay, JJ, can I ask you a question on a couple of those things right there? No, don't hang up yet, JJ. I got questions there. What does this actually have to do with Trey? You said instead of just rolling with Trey, and because I really do believe that that's what's at the underbelly of this whole opinion that many of you have. It's an anger that Trey didn't get this job. And so therefore, Kyle, if you're saying, because what it sounds like is you're coming out and saying, Kyle said Sam's as good as Brock, which is not really true. What Kyle did say is Sam is better than Trey. And that bothers many 49er fans, which I totally understand. But since Trey Lance hasn't actually shown anything in this league yet, why would that mean that there's no drop-off allowed from Brock? I believe the fans are bringing Trey Lance into this conversation, not Kyle Shanahan.
Well, I just think a lot of the fans believe that Trey Lance and Sam Darnold are equal. They don't see how Shanahan sees it with him being, how he was saying how he separated himself. even the reporters weren't really seeing it, but whatever. Shanahan looks at the tape. I just think that he made it a bigger circus, and for that he has to own it. And he's saying he has to own it, but it's because Brock Purdy has been writing these passes for him. He's been writing the checks. If Purdy didn't have the results he did, none of this would be happening. I think
right. But JJ, he did. But he did have those results, which is one of the, that's something I'd love. You know what he said? He sort of said something I thought came up on the crossover, which is because Kyle did it once, because he won with QB3 once,